name is Jelena Lamson Smith. I was born in 1849 in Salt Lake City, Utah. My parents were among the first pioneers to cross the plains and to settle in the Salt Lake Valley. In 1866, I married Joseph Fielding Smith. He would later be called to be prophet for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We had 11 children together. It was this time in church history that the Lord commanded us to practice polygamy. And so Joseph married 4 other women. And because of our polygamous lifestyle, there was a great need for help among mothers who were expecting and delivering their children. It was then that I decided to go and be trained to become a nurse. And I became the first midwife in Utah. And during my lifetime, I delivered over 1,000 babies. And I'm proud to say that not one mother was lost during delivery. I spent many nights, long, cold nights, away from home and away from my family to be able to help deliver these children. And now that I think of it, it was a small price to pay. The satisfaction was great. And the blessings that came from serving and helping were beyond words. And nursing was definitely something that I dedicated my life to, and that I'm glad that I did.
In 1874, because many mothers and their infants were not surviving childbirth, Eliza R. Snow, who was the Relief Society president at this time, encouraged women to obtain nursing degrees. This encouragement was backed by President Brigham Young. Some of the women who accepted this challenge were the primary health care administrators for the Deseret Hospital, which was established in 1882 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Because of inadequate funding, this hospital was no longer able to operate and was forced to close in 1890. In 1905, as a replacement for the Deseret Hospital, W.H. Groves funded a second LDS hospital, also in Salt Lake, which was subsequently named after him. It originally had a nursing school and was an important training ground for many physicians. In 1954, this was the first hospital to create and use a medical computer. In this year also, the first NICU was formed as part of the hospital. In 1974, 69 years after the W.H. Groves Hospital was founded, the church decided to transfer ownership of the 15 different hospitals to a new organization who also committed to run as a nonprofit business. Today, we can see the effects of the foundation set by Eliza R. Snow's words. In our LDS culture, there are thousands of women who practice or strive for a nursing degree. Evidence of this is the nursing school at Brigham Young University.
I think coming into this experience, I thought that those who had less resources would be less intelligent, but after being in Ghana, I realized that my thinking was judgmental and completely wrong. The doctors and nurses were very intelligent and knew a lot about the medical profession. They just didn't have the resources they needed to fully perform their roles. They had to make do with the resources that they had. After watching them, it made me think about how wasteful and thoughtless we often are in the hospitals in the United States. We had the chance to go to a hospital for leprosy patients while visiting a leprosy colony. As we left, I went to one of the patients sitting on a bed by the door. He had no fingers from the leprosy that had affected him, and I could tell he was blind from cataracts in his eyes. I put my hand on his arm and said, "Nandri." He took his palm and set it on my hand, then took my hands in his palms and caressed my hands and my fingers and smiled so big. My heart was so full. I could see how much it meant to him to have someone reach out and touch him who had been told he was untouchable all his life. He was not the only one touched by the experience. The experience was truly once in a lifetime, and I am so grateful for the things I was able to see and do. Not only did I learn a lot about culture and nursing, but I was able to strengthen my testimony and learn a lot about myself. The things that I learned in Ecuador will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Our history begins with me.